Good morning, Pally.
Today is Tuesday, November 27th, 2023.
I'm Henry Leins.
And I'm Vincent Wong.
So Vincent, what'd you eat for Thanksgiving dinner?
I ate steaks.
Sounds yummy. This week, Pally Theater is holding auditions for their spring play, Hamlet. Auditions will be held after school in the Performing Arts Center, and interested students can join the Pally Theater 23 to 24 Schoology group for details. Contact Ms. Thurmond if you have any questions.
The Pally Math Club is hosting a talk by the Director of Undergraduate Research Institute in Mathematics later today. She will be talking about her research in statistics and differential equations. Come to room 859 after school if interested.
November has been a big month of new releases for shows and movies. InFocus Reporter Beck Lyons gives a review roundup of all the major releases.
November was a big month for shows and TVs this year, so let's get into it. One of the big conversations around the newest Hunger Game is, did the Hunger Games quadrilogy really need another film? No, but it is still a pretty entertaining film. The story is basically a backstory for the villain from the original movies, and you really get to see how he grew to be evil throughout this story. The movie is split into 3 distinct acts, with 1 and 2 being pretty good and then 3 dragging on for a little bit. The best part of the movie is seeing the older version of the Hunger Games and how it evolved into the spectacle that we see in the later movies. I think if you like the previous Hunger Games films, this movie is a great side story for you. When I saw the reviews for The Marvels come in, I thought it would be a very fun, bad film to watch, but it ended up just being pretty mediocre. There are some good parts. There's this cool concept where each of the 3 main characters, when they use their powers, they swap places with each other, and they use that really well in fight scenes to have great fight choreography. Samuel L. Jackson is still really funny as Nick Fury. There's a really funny scene with the cat from the original movie. Kamala is insanely likable in any scene she's in and can very much bring life to otherwise dull scenes. Now the bad stuff. The villain is one of the most forgettable I've ever seen. The conflict between main characters seems very forced. And then at the end of the movie, they just spit in your face with teasing 2 other team-up movies that are happening later, which I'm like, just give me a good film. Don't tease other films that are gonna be good. I had to watch the Wish trailer 4 times in theaters, and every time I saw it, it looked worse. But ended up defying my expectations. Most obvious part about the movie is this art style. It's a weird compromise between 2D and 3D, but ends up looking half-rendered. I would have preferred it more if they had been able to commit to full 2D or full 3D. The film is very much a musical, using music in important scenes to show the emotions of the characters. A ton of obvious references to other Disney movies that take away from the film standing on its own, but does contribute to it being this whole 100-year celebration film. In conclusion, Wish is very much trying to emulate older Disney films, and it succeeds at that, but it doesn't really bring anything new to the table. Now, the movies might have been pretty mediocre this November, but the shows very much made up for it. The third version of the Scott Pilgrim story is able to take what we loved about the first 2 and add on a ton of new stuff. Having the same cast of the movie is an insane accomplishment. Like, half these casts are now global superstars. It feels like a couple of them struggle, but most are able to breathe so much life into these characters. The show is able to humanize all of the villains and make them a lot more likable. The side characters get a lot more screen time and have some of the funniest jokes and side plots in the entire show. The animation is also insane. Each character design feels so distinct and unique. The fight scenes are able to also have so much more of a scale when unrestricted from live action. Overall, it's one of the best shows I've seen this year. Blue Eye Samurai was definitely a sleeper hit for me. I saw no advertising for it, but it's this amazing samurai revenge epic. Throughout the season, we see a lot of the backstory of the main character and what they had to go through to become this expert samurai. It's very much a serious show with funny moments that are mostly relegated to the one comic relief. It is filled with beautiful cinematography, animation, and insane fight choreography with creative uses of environments in fights. One episode is just this one-man siege on a fortress that is beautiful to watch. The villain is one of the best characters, being only pure evil and being insanely fun to watch in any scene. Everything just comes together to give us the best animated drama since Arcane. Hopefully you're able to watch some of these amazing shows and movies that have come out this November. For InFocus, I'm Beck Lyons.
Thanks, Beck. The window to sign up for this week's Prime period ends tomorrow at noon. Make sure to sign up to avoid being placed randomly. Seniors who are interested in receiving assistance with college apps can sign up for Miss Cochran's Prime for a college application help workshop.
Verde is distributing their newest magazine at brunch today. Stop by the Mac to pick up your copy.
That does it for today's show.
Follow us on social media at InFocus News to engage with our content, and visit our website to view today's campus bulletin.
Until next time, I'm Henry Leins.
And I'm Vincent Wong, and this has been InFocus News.
Have a great day, Vikings.